Hi guys, it's me, TONIK TZW, and where I often post a lot of my good games, every now and then there's a game where somebody else deserves a mention because of the way that they play. Certainly when I'm in a destroyer and I get the support that I need to play my game as they play their game. And the person we're looking for there is Playerboy08 on Xbox in the Prince Ruprecht. So that's a shout out to him right at the very start. And we'll get more into why he deserves this shout out as we get into the game. But just a quick review of my captain build and inspirations there before we start. We're here between A and B caps. The Ruprecht is behind me. There is also, I think it's a Kansas out there behind us, but he is probably playing an accuracy build because he doesn't really come forward in support of us until much later in the game. And so, as I like to say on many occasions, I feel like I'm going to be sticking my butt into the wind here and pushing into this cap. But knowing that there is a Ruprecht behind me, what I'm going to do is try and keep him within a reasonable distance of me so that I can benefit from his secondaries. Because if I can get a destroyer detected at, let's say, 5 kilometers, and he is around 5 kilometers behind me, then the destroyer should still be within reach of his secondaries. Now I'm using experience here to put these torpedoes out because I feel like that Massachusetts is going to try and get somewhere close to the edge of that island and get bow in. The Republic, however, is pushing hard. I also expected it to be a destroyer out on this cap, and we all know that destroyers just like to sit and contest behind a rock on this one, so you need to be decisive about what you're going to do. So we're just checking the range there to the Ruprecht. I'm no longer located, and the Republic is there, and he's thinking, I'm sure he's thinking about coming out from behind that rock, but what is he going to do? The Massachusetts, as predicted, is pulling in to the cap, and I get a torpedo hit, but I don't see what it's on there. But then we get a second torpedo hit and a devastating strike on the Z44. That takes care of one of the destroyers. It's not a first blood because we lost one of our destroyers just before I got that kill. The Republic knows that I have fired my torpedoes. He is pushed in to contest the cap. I'm angled away because I want to be able to get away from this guy. And I'm going to stay contesting this cap, and we're going to see if we can get a fire onto this guy because he is spotted by the battleships, which means that I can use my smoke screen and I can use my guns to get some fires on and try and farm a little bit of extra damage, but also to make that guy realize that there is a destroyer out here and I am a risk to him. The Massachusetts is there pushing bow in towards that island. He doesn't seem to want to come out, but we'll put a couple of salvos across the top at him as well. And he is going to continue to play his little game of hide and seek. Now our torpedoes are coming up for reload, and I'm thinking about where my battleships are behind me, because what I don't want that Republic to do is to get on a flank and use its power and its speed to take this Ruprecht out of the game. Now he's calling on the Kansas, who is still sat, probably 4 or 5 Ks behind him. So he's around 10 Ks behind me. And I now realise that this Republic might very well be trying a hard push. I'm skipping out of the capture point at this time, and we're going to push around and get him spotted because I know that that Ruprecht secondaries can do a heck of a lot of damage to the Republic. I'm sure that he doesn't want to push in. So if I can keep him spotted, then that's going to make him uncomfortable. And you can see this straight away because he starts backing up around that rock. He wants the cap, but he wants an opportunity to try and kill something very fast, and that target is going to be the Ruprecht. We've put a set of torpedoes out there towards the Massachusetts. He's using that island to play a little bit from behind cover, but he is backing out, and I'm sure that both these guys are focused on this Ruprecht. We've now got a set of torpedoes running towards the Republic, and I momentarily forget how close I am to the edge of the map at this time, and it's something that I don't often do, but I'm going to get my stealth stuck into the white line. I've got fire on the Republic. He is going to take a torpedo or two. There we go. He's going to take two. We can see the secondaries going in from the Ruprecht, and we are going to continue to add to that just to be an additional distraction. We could afford to take a hit from the Republic, but he definitely wants that Ruprecht, so I am going to do what I can as we get another torpedo onto the Massachusetts, and the Republic disappears from the game. So we have pushed our cap, we have taken our cap, we've gotten rid of one destroyer, we've got rid of one battleship, and that leaves the Massachusetts on his own. And I'm having a look around the map to see what's going on, and it doesn't look good across there on C cap, and B cap is very much contested. The summoner there, very low health, but they can't keep him spotted. And now the Ruprecht is pushing in through this cap. He wants the Massachusetts, so I am going to do what I can to support him. And all I'm going to do is be a distraction. Because if I can get this Massachusetts to fire all of his turrets at me, that gives the Ruprecht the opportunity to get in around that island with guns, with secondaries, and with torpedoes, and get rid of this Massachusetts so that we can start to focus elsewhere on the map. So there is a fire. He is letting it tick, and he knows that that Ruprecht is coming. I actually stopped dead in the water here to try and bait this guy into a kill. He puts one turret on us, and that fire is still ticking, and I'm thinking, can I get another fire on this guy and potentially pick up a third kill? There we go, double fired. Ruprecht comes around the corner, takes a massive hit off the Massachusetts, but that Massachusetts is down and out with the secondaries from the Ruprecht. Now, seeing the size of the hit that he's taken there, I know that he can't afford to take a torpedo. We are well up on points at the moment. We have a one ship advantage, but we are down a capture point. I know that there were two destroyers on Bravo Cap, and that is where we are going to push over to. And I honestly feel that as I was playing this game, that the Ruprecht could sort of hear what I was thinking. We were using the map to ping target locations and things like that, and so I know we've got potentially two destroyers out here, and so I'm pushing out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the left here of this island, because that is the direction of my closest target. Because if I was a destroyer seeing a low health battleship, I would be wanting to pushing in and trying to get some torpedoes on that guy. So I'm going to try to screen for torpedoes as I push over, and if I can, try and get this destroyer spotted. There is the summoner all the way across there, which means the guy that is out here is a Yagumo. Now I know that I've got a partial gunboat build on this Hayate. It's not a pure gunboat build, but I'm certain that in a fight with the Heinrich there beside, with the Ruprecht there beside me, I think I've been saying Heinrich the whole video, haven't I? Was it a Ruprecht or was it a Heinrich? I can't remember now. But here we go. We are located. We are the closest target. We have two ships on this cap. He is going to want to defend this, and we are going to do what we can to screen the battleship that's with us, and we want to get this guy spotted, because a combination of secondaries and main guns, we can take care of this, I'm quite sure. dodgy business. There we go. Pretty much full health Yagumo, and I think I've got the advantage in hit points here, but having him spotted, there are the secondaries straight away on, and I'm practically not lost a hit point until this moment in time. So that's 9.5 minutes into the game, and that is a destroyer taken care of. 3 kills, 116,000 damage, and I do start to move forwards again, and then I realise that I could be absolutely shafted here. But we get away with it, losing 12,000 hit points. Now, you know from my build that I run William Sims, and he's currently giving me, I think it's 380 extra hit points per tier. So tier 8, we're looking at a couple of thousand extra hit points there. There's 2 ships left now. There is the Daring, who we know to be low health, and I would have felt a bit more comfortable about going after the Daring if, sorry, not the Daring, the Sumner, if I had a few more hit points, but he's taken some more hits as he takes out our Minnesota. I popped some shots, we missed that, but there is the Vanguard pushing through too. And Playboy 08 is going to pull an absolute stormer in the closing minutes of this game. And I feel that we've supported each other very, very well. And if you look at the mini-map between A and B caps there is the Kansas, who was sat at the back for the majority of this game. And his contribution is going to show up on the end results board. But I'm just trying to track slowly and see if I can get this Sumner spotted. There he is. Shots on. Dispersion screws us. And we land a couple. Not enough for a kill. Vanguard has us spotted, but the island covers us as we drop out of detection. And so we are going to turn in. Sumner gets himself picked up there by the Ruprecht and goes out of the match, and the last man standing is the Vanguard, who has just sailed himself into an island. So my first salvo there is going to miss completely. My second salvo, however, is going to land, and it is going to start a fire, and that guy is going to panic and damage control that one straight away. British battleship, if he's got a heal available, he could have healed that one up. He could have let it tick. But Playboy 08 has come around the corner in his Ruprecht. His secondaries are hammering that Vanguard. He's picked up a Confederate already. It is literally not quite a YOLO run, but practically a YOLO run, and my only disappointment is that I'm moving between the islands, because I thought surely I can get 120k out of this one. We fire a little bit prematurely. We go in guns. The torpedoes are running there. This Vanguard does not stand a chance, as Playboy picks up a kill and a high caliber, and that ends in the game. A whisker under 120,000 damage, 3 kills there for me, and the best bit is, although I pick up top spot, between the two of us we pick up 6 of the 9 kills, and although I'm MVP for this one with 3,151 base XP, I think that Playboy 08 there truly deserves an MVP for the way that he played and supported me throughout that game, or rather the way we supported each other. I think it worked a treat. So that just goes to show that even when you're in a group of randoms, that team play pays. So work for each other, don't work for the red team. Until next time, take care. Goodbye.